If you're not filming your videos like this, you could really be missing out. My name's Cardi, and welcome back to getting better videos on your phone every day. So right now, I am talking both to my iPhone camera and to my main camera, and that is because I want to show you guys this crazy thing that I've developed and that I don't think that anyone else is really thinking about right now. It's mainly a thing that exists in prosumer level cameras. We're talking about open gate mode. This specifically that I'm shooting on the iPhone is in the default camera app, which I almost never use. Everyone always knows me as the Beastcam guy. For creating both for YouTube and for TikTok, Reels, Shorts at the same time, this is going to give you a number of advantages. I have this camera right here. This is my Sony ZV-E10 and it's shooting horizontally, but I'm giving myself enough headroom in the frame, as you might be able to see. It might be a little bit hard, but I'm basically making it so that I can crop for social media afterwards. And then over here on the iPhone, I'm actually shooting in a 4:3 aspect ratio. This means that it's going to be much easier for me to change the cropping in post. And that means that I have more latitude to crop for both YouTube in like the top section, and then in the middle section, I can crop for TikTok super easily because you're seeing that right now. So if that explanation wasn't super clear, then I'm just gonna break it down for you right now. On the iPhone right now, I'm shooting in a 4:3 aspect ratio. That means that if I wanna crop in for TikTok like I am right now, this squeezing motion that I'm editing in post, it makes it really accessible and super easy to get this vertical space. Then at the same time, if I wanna make this into a YouTube video, it's really easy to zoom out and make sure that I have enough horizontal space. I also really want to talk about the benefits of doing this for like almost the faux widescreen effect that I've been seeing a lot of people doing. So instead of going wider, they're actually using a 4:3 aspect ratio or a 2:3 aspect ratio. It gives almost this cinematic 14mm, super 16mm like home recorder look, and you can do a lot with rounded corners, or you could just basically have anything going on in this 4:3 aspect ratio that you wouldn't be able to do in a 16:9 because you're filling up too much of the phone screen or the computer screen. I want to give a quick shout out to Volandis because he's doing a really good job using the open gate on I think the Fuji system right now to show that off on YouTube, and I think he's doing a wonderful job just making everything look as beautiful as it can with that. I think that's a really good example of how powerful this filming technique is. It gives you a lot of latitude in post. I feel like I should show you guys how to do it, so I'm just gonna swap over to my camera so that we can do that really quickly. So it's super simple to do this. First of all, you wanna make sure that you have your exposure set correctly. You can swipe up, choose this little plus minus icon, and then either darken or brighten your exposure. I usually like to have it a little bit darker because the iPhone, it makes things too bright most of the time. So then what you're going to do is you're going to hold down the shutter button, then you're going to drag it to the side. You see how in that motion you have to drag it to the side? My thumb was covering it that time. We're just going to go back. This is a close-up on here. We're just going to hold this down, and then we can drag it over, and now it locks. And now we are recording video in 4:3 on the iPhone. So I hope you can see the benefits of shooting in this method. That means that if you have long form content that you want to convert into social media clips, it's super easy to do that when you're filming in 4:3. Tons of advantages. The next cheapest camera that can do this is probably the GH5 at around $600 to $700. If you want to shoot in full frame and get like an actual good image, then you want to move up to the S5 at $1,000. And then if you want autofocus, then you have to move all the way up to the Panasonic S5 II at $2,000 US right now. Meanwhile, you can just do this in your phone. I think we all know which one that I'm gonna vouch for, but the Panasonic S5 has been on my radar specifically for this 4:3 shooting ratio for the longest time. Since I discovered this technique, it's really changed the way that I've thought about creating videos in general. So that means that it's my duty to remind you that